Fox News contributor, editor-in-chief of The Federalist, and author of Rigged: How the Media, Big Tech, and the Democrats Seized Our Elections. Mollie Hemingway joins us now.
Hi,
Mollie,
Rachel.
this is such an interesting moment. So let's talk about the fact that Donald Trump didn't just win politically. It sounds like he won culturally. You see, even in the youth movements, Mollie, trad wives, on the rise. You see the manosphere. What do you make of all this?
Well, I think it might even be the more important win that Trump had with this election. Yes, the political win is big, but it seems almost that there's been this oppressive fog over the country that has affected the way so many people talk and are able to think about things, and that has begun to lift. There's this aspect where it's actually kind of cool to be a Trump supporter among young people, but more than that, it's cool to express different ideas and to explore different ways of thinking. And that's what we hadn't had really for the last decade, where you had this complete control over the discourse and what people were allowed to say and think.
Yeah, that's so interesting, because even right now, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later in the show, Mollie, but there's this narrative out in the media that there's disunity and fighting among MAGA. And what I see is a lot of unity. And yes, debate and robust debate, which, as you say, is very healthy, but also this uniting of left and right under these sort of populist ideas of protecting the workers and looking out for American families.
Well, I think a lot of it is really just common sense. That's why you're seeing so many people from a variety of different political perspectives uniting here. Is they got kind of sick of how so much of what was being foisted upon the country just lacked any sense at all. Whether it was something as extreme as the radical trans agenda, which almost nobody supports, and yet somehow the people who were in power were trying to make everybody be subjected to it. But just a common sense approach, a love of the country. I mean, think about how long it's been since you were allowed to express love for your own country. And it's a really important thing to be patriotic and to love your own country. And yet, again, so many people had made that where you were supposed to believe your country was irredeemably evil and racist and awful. And so I think you're seeing a rejection of that with this unifying moment for a lot of Americans.
Do you think that the Trump MAGA movement and this sort of new unity party that they're creating, can this good feeling, this happy feeling, this lifting, as you said, of that fog, can this continue? What do they need to do to keep that momentum going?
Well, I think one thing that would be good for the people right now is to realize that what has made America great has never been politicians or politics. It has been that we are a country based on certain ideals. These ideals are based in eternal truths, and it's important to go back, not just to reject the recent decade of insanity, but really understand what are our core principles and what drives those principles.
Oh, amen to that, Mollie. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.